Hello everyone, welcome back to the mines. My name is Rainy, and in today's video I thought I would do a speed build for the DreamSnap challenge that we have this week, which is basically a gala celebration for the 2-year anniversary of DreamSnaps. I cannot believe it. DreamSnaps have already been going on for 2 years in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Like, that just feels crazy to me. I still remember me and my very first DreamSnap, and it was pretty embarrassing to say the least. I think my DreamSnap journey has definitely come a long way since the very beginning. So I hope that this will give you guys some inspiration if you're kind of feeling stuck or unsure. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel to become a fellow miner. We would love to have you here. And without further ado, let's just dive in. Okay, so we are going to start by styling our avatar. I feel like this is usually a place where I like to start whenever I am approaching a DreamSnap. I feel like designing my avatar will really set the mood for how I want the background to look, what kind of foliage I'm gonna use, what kind of buildings I'm gonna place. I feel like a lot of it starts with the outfit. So that's what we're gonna start with. We also have the added challenge of designing an outfit that has high tags because this is an outfit challenge. So if you do not know, having high tags for your photo is definitely going to help you out. It is not a 100% guarantee that you're going to get 4,000 moonstones, but it will significantly help you improve your score and your ranking. It's just a good idea to have tags in consideration whenever you're designing your DreamSnap. So we're just going to scroll through here. We're gonna look through the choices that we have. Usually this will take me anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. It just depends on how we're feeling that day. If we're feeling like spiraling, this can definitely take up to 30 minutes. Luckily, this outfit did not take me too long to put together. Okay, so now that we know what we're going to wear for the DreamSnap, the next challenge we have to go through is figuring out where we're going to do our DreamSnap. So here lately, I have been doing a lot of my DreamSnaps on the floating islands. So I decided we were going to do this on the Plaza floating island, and the next challenge was trying to figure out what kind of buildings we were going to use. I originally was thinking I wanted to use one of these castles because I've been seeing a lot of people using castles and it just feels very grand for a gala. So I was originally thinking we need to use a castle. And I do have this greenhouse castle, which was actually in the $50 Moonstone bundle for the Alice in Wonderland update. So I thought about using this one because I knew from the outfit that we picked out that we were kind of going for a more natural, earthy or flower vibe. I wanted things to feel maybe cottage core or fairy core. So I originally was going to use this greenhouse castle, and I was trying to find some other buildings that I thought would look good with the greenhouse castle, and this turned out to be a big challenge. I really love the way that Tiana's house looks, and because we were wearing some Tiana items for our outfit, I thought Tiana would be a really good choice to have in our DreamSnap. So I really love the style of her house. It's green, it's got the green colors, it matches with our outfit. And then I was thinking about going with this other hobbit house, is what I always call it. Once I started trying to place these two houses with the greenhouse castle, I wasn't really finding an angle that was working. So I really started thinking that the greenhouse castle had to go, and this meant that I had to find another house or something that would work here. I was just kind of going through a lot of options. I wasn't really finding anything that I really liked until I stumbled across the flower shop. And I thought that this house skin looked so good next to Tiana's house. I originally saw it and I was like, I don't know, because this is like a gala. I don't know if a flower shop is screaming gala, but it really just kind of started to click for me on where I wanted the Dream Snap to go. I was thinking, okay, we could do like a little flower shop celebration. We're selling a bunch of flowers here. We're celebrating Dream Snaps. We're gonna have some flowers in here. It's gonna feel very nice and very cozy. And I really started to build off of that. Once I had my two houses picked out that I was going to use in the Dream Snap, the next thing I needed to do was fill up the background. So that meant adding some trees to really fill out the space and really make this Dream Snap come to life. I started picking out some trees from here. I really like the swamp trees from the glade. I thought that these would look really good here. And then I also decided on some green luscious trees. I felt like these would look really good in here with the colors. And then I ended up going with the yellow trees from Mythopia. If you guys have the Storybook Vale DLC, those are the trees from Mythopia. And I really thought that all of these trees looked really well with the colors that we were using. I originally placed down the Mythopia bushes as well, but then I ended up ditching those later on because I felt like they just really weren't working here. So next I decided to add these balloon trees that we got in the premium shop this week. If you guys have not picked up this item is a game changer. The balloons literally look amazing. You don't have to activate them. They just automatically go up in the air, and they go like all over the place too. So after that, I decided to add some pathing. I was originally kind of torn on this. I was thinking maybe we could just have a bunch of flowers in the foreground and have like a natural rock path or something. But I ditched that and I ended up going with the pathing. I really thought that this natural rock path looked really good in here with the flower shop and Tiana's house and the colors. I just really felt that it fit in very well, and it also gave off that natural earthy feeling. I've been obsessed with this path lately. I don't know what else to say. I kind of go through like different pathing that I'll be obsessed with for a while. So I really wanted to use this one, but I think it ended up looking really good in here with everything that we have. At one point, I did have to stop and craft more of this pathing because your boy did not come prepared. I mean, when am I ever prepared? Honestly. Happens all the time in stream, and it was no different whenever I was recording this video. Okay, so this next part was probably one of the biggest challenges that I faced with this Dream Snap, and that was these Dream Snap trophies. I really wanted to have 2 of the Dream Snap trophies in here to celebrate the 2-year anniversary of Dream Snaps. I felt like this was crucial in getting the vibe that we were going for, to let everyone know, like, hey, this is a Dream Snap celebration. It's not just a flower shop. And the biggest challenge for me was trying to find the right placement for these trophies. It took me a hot minute, and when I tell you, I mean, this whole DreamSnap process would have been a lot faster if it weren't for trying to find the right placement for these trophies. It was definitely a lot of trial and error, and at one point I was ready to just throw in the towel and say, you know what, I can be happy with this angle. But I'm actually really glad that I stayed persistent with this because I felt like this was key to making sure that the trophies didn't take over and they kind of blended in with the background like they were supposed to be there naturally. And that's really what I wanted to go for. I wanted them to be centered in the photo on either side, left and right. I wanted them to be there at the corner of the photo, so they were placed there, and then the rest of the background flowed very naturally. I ended up using the Oswald car. If you guys do not know this, this is a nice, neat little trick. But basically, if you place down any of the cars and then you go into your photo mode, it will actually glitch your camera to be a little closer to your avatar. And I feel like these cars are really good to use during an outfit challenge because you get closer to your character, so you really zoom in on their outfit and everything. I feel like it really puts your avatar front and center of your photo, and they really stand out. And you can also experiment with it and give some very interesting angles. So that was another challenge because I knew I wanted to use the Oswald cars, and that meant I had to align that upright with the DreamSnap trophies, and that took a minute, but with persistence we eventually got there. And I'm so glad because I feel like this photo would not be nearly as good if I was not persistent in this precise moment. So I'm really glad, and I think it paid off. So, with the hardest part out of the way, I started to focus on the decor that I wanted to use. I wanted to have a rug be the centerpiece, so I originally landed on this Encanto floral rug. I thought it looked really good at first, but then I ended up changing that to the leaf rug later on. I also added the casita wall entrance between the two buildings to add more depth to the photo. And then I just did some touch-ups with these floral trees. I added a table with some flowers on top and just some more flowers all around just to really bring the atmosphere of this photo to life. I also ended up adding this big floral pot, which I believe you get as a friendship reward from Jasmine's level 10 quest, I believe. But I really like this as a centerpiece by the rug. I felt like it looked really good there. So at this point, I'm just adding some finishing touches to my photo. I added the fireflies, of course, and then I just needed to add my villagers and have them in place. I put Tiana over here next to her house behind the flower table that I had set up, and then I just used the cologne bottles to trap her in place so she's not moving around in the photo. And then on the other side by the flower shop, I ended up adding a bamboo crafting station, and then I added Aurora over here using the same method with the cologne bottles to trap her in place. And in the final photo, you actually don't even see Aurora in the shot, which it actually turned out being okay. I was a little disappointed though, so this was just kind of extra work for me. I decided to add Mirabelle to the shot as well because she has the butterflies and her gown just looks gorgeous, so I felt like she would be a really good addition to the photo. I added her front and center next to me, so we have me, Mirabelle, Tiana, and then Belle actually ended up being an extra in the photo, which turned out looking amazing because Belle is in her green gown, so I feel like she fit right into the photo, and this is the final shot that we got. Alrighty guys, so that is going to be the end of the video. I hope that y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash that like button to let me know if you guys want to see more videos like so. As always, keep mining for those rare gems, and I will see y'all next time. Bye guys!